form. We believe it is essential to plan for the future of our state. State planning should provide a predictable, unifying, and common vision for the state. It should provide predictability of policy and implementation strategy across the entire state and between levels of government, as well as between the public and private sectors. This should take place across a range of issues of importance to us as a state. For example, transportation, the environment, water supply, the economy, urbanization, food production, tourism, and recreation. Unfortunately, this draft final state plan is not a state plan. A state plan, by definition, must be a comprehensive plan. However, this plan is not. It does not set boundaries for growth, nor does it acknowledge constraints that exist on development or the need to plan based on the capacity of our natural systems, such as our water supply. It is unfortunately a plan to not plan. We urge the State Planning Commission not to adopt this draft, but to revise it, taking into consideration a number of considerations. At a minimum, the plan should incorporate the following proposed revisions. It should incorporate criteria that would give predictability about where growth would be most appropriate and where it should not be held because of constraints. For the state strategic plan to replace the current state development plan, it must have specific and objective location criteria, e.g. a map, that enable the public and governmental agencies to know where the state will support growth and where it will find it is not appropriate. All of the sectors need this kind of predictability. The economic sector perhaps needs it most of all. The location criteria must be incorporated into the plan, identifying priority growth areas, including criteria for the regional innovation clusters, including limited growth areas and priority preservation and protection areas, which are agricultural and open space. Number two, the state plan must include specific and objective, quote, investment area criteria so that there is both predictability and transparency. In addition, there needs to be adequate opportunity for public review and comment on the investment area criteria, which has not occurred. Number three, the plan must strengthen the goals for protecting natural resources and public health. This plan does not protect the environment. The first requirement in the State Planning Act for the State Development and Redevelopment Plan is to protect the natural resources and quality of the state. There is no reflection of the fact that we need to plan our development within the capacity of our natural systems to sustain it. For example, our water supply and such things as the flooding areas, which were mentioned by someone in the audience earlier. This proposed state strategic plan addresses only land preservation through acquisition. It does not acknowledge and does not contain strategies for the protection of environmentally critical areas spelled out in the State Planning Act, such as wetlands, floodplains, stream corridors, aquifer recharge areas, steep slope, areas of unique flora and fauna, areas with scenic, historic, culture, and recreation value, wherever they are located.
On other people's property.
It does not adequately address environmental quality issues. Okay, number four, the state plan must respect the legislative autonomy of the Highlands, Pinelands, and Meadowlands regions, and the State Planning Commission has no legal authority to dictate planning policies in these regions, and it should verify the state's deference to the regional planning entities for the land use decisions that they are authorized by statute to make.
5 minutes.
Yes, okay.
Thank you very much.